thank you so much for your purchase of the easy-to-use monthly budget template. It is important to note that this is a Google Sheets template and not an Excel template, so you will have to access this using Google Sheets. You will need a Google account, and if you do not have one, you can click the button here. If you are on a phone or a tablet, you may have to double click, but we can go ahead and click and sign up, press next, and fill in your information. If you do already have a Google account, you can skip this and access your template here. Below shows a snippet of your template and your visuals, and then at the bottom is a reminder to press the Read Me tab first and read that. But let's go ahead and access your template. You want to make a copy, and here is the Read Me tab. This gives you an overview of how to fill in the charts, and then how to look at the visuals. And if you have any questions or concerns, please message me on Etsy messages. I will get back to you in a timely manner. Let's go to our first tab, Monthly Responsibilities. This is an overview of all of your monthly responsibilities. The chart on the left gives you an overview on everything from the right, meaning it will feed from the charts on the right. So you do not want to touch the chart on the left unless you are overriding your spouse contributions. You want to start off with filling in the utilities/fees chart, as this total will feed into this cell in the housing chart. On the right, you have housing, utilities/fees, vehicles, subscriptions, phones, food, insurance/healthcare, savings contributions, debt, and miscellaneous. Okay, let's say this is what you owe for utilities/fees. Notice this total, $126, feeds into this cell in housing. Now you can go ahead and fill in the rest of the charts on the right, and you can see how the chart on the left gets its information from each chart on the right. You can see that the total is $126, and assuming that each spouse pays the same, it will take this total and divide it by 2. You can go ahead and override these if one spouse pays more. Notice I added in a weekly column for food. I thought that would be easier than to think about it for the month. I filled out every chart with random numbers, and it automatically filled in the totals in the monthly responsibilities chart for me on the left. Plus, it filled in the spouse 1 and spouse 2 columns, assuming each person pays the same amount. You can go in here and override the formulas. If you click here, you can see your formulas here. But I just have it as half and half for now. Shows your total monthly expenses and your total yearly expenses. So as you can see, if you had these exact same payments on everything, you would have to pay $59,000 a year. Now let's go through some of the visuals. This first tab shows the overview visuals. This is for your monthly total responsibilities of everything that we just filled out. It gives you a pie chart and it gives you a bar graph. If you click on the charts, you can hover over each slice or each bar, and it will show you a total. Let's go to housing/utilities visuals. I lumped these together since that utilities chart does go into the housing chart. Vehicles visuals, subscriptions, you can scroll down, phones, food, insurance/healthcare expenses, savings, debt, and the miscellaneous. I wanted to give a good visual of how your money moves per month. For example, if we go to the food visuals tab, you can see that if you're tight on cash for 1 month, you may want to cut down on the coffee, for example. Of course, your finances are based off of your income and your situation, but I hope that this allows you to stay organized and stress-free. You allow the template to do the math for you. Remember to use your utilities fees chart first so it feeds into the housing, and to not touch this unless you're fixing the formulas with the spouses. But thank you so much again for your purchase, and please let me know if you have any questions. Also, if you love the template, give us a 5-star review. It would help out a brand new shop like mine. And again, thank you so much and enjoy.